What's up, Jared here? Today we have the WWE Money in the Bank 2025 predictions. So there's only 4 matches confirmed so far, and this is Thursday. It's going up on, if anything changes on Friday Night SmackDown, I'll put down in the description below my predictions. I think this is going to be the only 4 matches. I don't think they're going to add anything else, but let's get into the very first match. Starting off with Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is the second time they're now fighting. They fought at Backlash, and Lyra Valkyria retained her championship against Becky Lynch. And honestly, I see that happening again. I don't see Becky Lynch winning, but honestly, I don't. Becky Lynch does not need this. She's stale, very boring. Nobody cares about this character anymore. She's been the same character for how long? At least with Lyra Valkyria is a new character. She's somewhat entertaining. I'm not a big fan of Lyra Valkyria, but at least it's something new. I think Becky Lynch should absolutely not win this, and Lyra Valkyria should retain her Women's Intercontinental Championship and go on to maybe a SummerSlam and lose it, because she's been having a hell of a reign, being the first Women's Intercontinental Champion, long reign and everything. She should, if she's gonna lose, it should be at a bigger pay-per-view. I know Money in the Bank is one of the bigger pay-per-views, but it's not one of the big fours. But I think she should retain and then go the whole summer still as champion, and then lose it either at the women's pay-per-view Evolution, which is coming up. I can see that happen. All the women's champions are gonna have to be defending the title, because it's strictly a women's pay-per-view. I can see that happening, or maybe a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam. But my prediction is Lyra Valkyria retains her Women's Intercontinental Championship. So we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. A lot of NXT now main roster girls: Stephanie McGuire, Roxanne Perez, and Julia. And then you got the more known main roster girls, obviously, they've been around for a while: Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and Rhea Ripley. So it's 3 popular, they've been around for a while girls, and then the new age generation girls. So it's kind of interesting how they're going with this. I don't think any of the 3 from the new gen girls, like Roxanne Perez, Stephanie McGuire, or Julia, are going to win this. I think it's going to be down to Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and Rhea Ripley. Honestly, you can see any 3 of these girls winning, because Naomi lost at WrestleMania, but she's got this new character that's kind of over and needs something. She needs something because she lost to Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. I can see her winning this, and maybe Jade Cargill wins the women's title down the line, and then Naomi cashes in on her. That'd be kind of interesting. Or she's about to win and cashes in and screws over Jade. I would like to see that. Honestly, that'd be kind of cool. Alexa Bliss, which is just a big name. That's why I think there's a chance of winning, but I honestly don't see her winning. They haven't done really anything with her character. She hasn't been on much TV. She's been on it for a little bit. She was in the Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumble, but then she disappears. Now she's in the Money in the Bank. She'll probably disappear again. So I don't see Alexa Bliss winning. It's me down, in my opinion, Rhea Ripley and Naomi. And obviously everybody knows Rhea Ripley. She's the most popular women's wrestler right now. It makes sense for her to win. She's never won the Money in the Bank. She's won the Royal Rumble. She's won the title multiple times. It makes sense for her to win the Money in the Bank and then cash in and get her title back, because she's yet to get her title back, because she was screwed on Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania. Got her rematch at WrestleMania, a triple threat, didn't win. It makes sense for her. She's still trying to get that title back, for her to win the Money in the Bank and then cash in on Io Sky and get her title back. So I think it's either going to be Rhea Ripley or Naomi. Personally, I think it'd be kind of a cooler storyline if we went with Naomi. If she acting she's going to cash in on somebody, and as soon as Jade Cargill gets a title opportunity, she cashes in and screws over Jade to kind of get back because of WrestleMania. Jade Cargill beat Naomi. But I think it's going to go with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is just, I think she's the obvious choice, but also I would not be surprised if they pull the trigger on somebody like a Naomi. I think that'd be pretty cool, but my prediction is Rhea Ripley wins the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Then we got the men's ladder match. We got men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Andrade, Penta, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins, and then the dumbest freaking person you possibly could be putting in this match, El Grande Americano. I love the El Grande Americano gimmick. I thought it was great. Seriously, you took away an opportunity of having AJ Styles or CM Punk in this match. Having them in there, you could put AJ Styles, man. I don't think AJ's never won the Money in the Bank. I don't think he's been in many. Put AJ in there and have him tear the house down. Punk still kind of, but AJ, man, AJ still got the shit. I know AJ. I think AJ is actually older than Punk, but he still can move better than CM Punk in the ring. But whatever, you got to have somebody in there that you kind of can beat up on. So first, let's rule people out that are absolutely not winning. Obviously, Solo Sikoa So it's like, I don't know why they even put Solo Sikoa in things anymore. Like, he's just in there to get squashed or something. Like, they tried building it up and they failed, and then Jacob Fatu came around, and then all of the hype for Solo Sikoa went away. So Solo Sikoa is not winning. Andrade's not winning. As much as Andrade's an awesome wrestler, I love him, he's not winning. I sure hope to God they don't have El Grande Americano win. I don't think he's gonna win. I've seen some people on social media saying, "Oh my God, they're gonna have El Grande Americano win." I think everybody would have a meltdown if he won. So I don't think that's happening. It's gonna be down to Penta, Seth Rollins, and LA Knight. I know I've seen some people thinking that Seth Rollins is gonna get screwed over by Roman Reigns, like the returning Roman Reigns. I don't see that happening. I don't think Roman Reigns is coming back still for a little bit. I definitely don't see Penta winning, as much as Penta's over and everything. I don't see Penta as a world title material quite yet. So I think it's going to be down to LA Knight and Seth Rollins. Well, I've been saying this for now 2 years that LA Knight should be a Money in the Bank winner. Going back to 2023, you can go back to that video when stupid Logan Paul was in that match and Damian Priest, and they had freaking Damian Priest win. Like, bro, LA Knight was red hot then, and they didn't pull the trigger on him. Last year he was in the match again. I think he was in he was in the match with Jey Uso, and both of them were red hot, and they didn't pull the trigger on either of them. They pulled the trigger on Drew McIntyre, and having Drew McIntyre cash in that night and fail. Like, what are we doing, WWE? Like, at this point, like, having LA Knight win, I'd love it to see it. They're in LA and everything, it would make sense, but they're 2 years late, or even a year late. Like, they're definitely 2 years late. He was red hot at 2023 Money in the Bank. He was red hot 2024 Money in the Bank. I would not say he's that over right now. He's over, but he's not as over he was at one point. It kind of sucks, but honestly, I think Seth Rollins is gonna win this. I don't know. Seth Rollins, he'll be a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. I think Seth Rollins is gonna win, and then he's either gonna cash in later that night because both world champions are in the main event, or he's going to cash in on Monday when Jey Uso defends his World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther. I think this is the perfect way to get the title on Seth Rollins with this new group with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. I think Seth Rollins wins the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and it cashes in on Jey Uso at some point. But also, I would love to see LA Knight win, but at this point now, it's like, they're too late. They should have done it two years ago or a year ago. But I would not be upset at all if LA Knight won. If LA Knight won, I'd be super excited. But I think Seth Rollins is going to win. Then we have a main event that there's a lot of controversial opinions about this. That John Cena is tagging with Logan Paul to take on Cody Rhodes. And main event, Jey Uso, yeet. Honestly, I don't hate this too much, because I know everybody wants to see John Cena versus CM Punk in a singles match. I get it. It's the nostalgia that everybody wants it, but I know there was rumors that this was supposed to be Travis Scott and John Cena, and guys, if that's the case, I'll take Logan Paul and John Cena together any day of the week. I mean, I know Logan Paul is annoying that he's in WWE and everything. At least he's a good wrestler. He's actually really good. In my opinion, he's better than freaking Jey Uso in the ring. Leagues away better than Jey Uso. I can't stand the guy like Logan Paul, but he's better than Jey Uso in the ring. Jey Uso is so bad in the ring. He botches so much stuff. Honestly, Cena's starting to get slow in the ring, so hopefully Logan Paul I can't believe I'm saying this, Logan Paul can kind of help John Cena. John Cena does the powerhouse moves, but then Logan Paul can do the crazy moves in this tag match. I actually think this should be a good tag match, but you never know. The John Cena stuff recently on this farewell tour have been pretty ass. The Randy Orton match was great, though. The Randy Orton match was good. John Cena Elimination Chamber. But ever since John Cena turned heel, the build for WrestleMania 41, his promos were actually pretty decent. The tour in the UK and everything. The match at WrestleMania 41 was fine, in my opinion, with the slow pace and everything. As soon as you brought Travis Scott out there and everything, it just went downhill. It absolutely went to shit. And we haven't seen Cody since. Then he returns at Saturday night's main event because John Cena beats Randy Orton Backlash because of R-Truth. R-Truth faces John Cena at Saturday night's main event. John Cena squashes him, goes to beat him up. Cody saves him. Same thing with Jey Uso. They stand tall because they kick Logan Paul and John Cena stand tall, blah, blah. Cody Rhodes, you two versus us two, Money in the Bank. I have no problem with this. it would be cool to see John Cena go face somebody one-on-one, but everybody's like saying, oh, we want John Cena to face. This was only 2 weeks ago, Saturday Night's Main Event, so he would have had to, like, they would have rushed the CM Punk thing within 2 weeks. Actually, I'm happy that they didn't do that, because, like, let this go over, and then, like, if you do John Cena and CM Punk, I think it's after that he drops the title, because he's gonna drop the title to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. I don't see it happening on his very last match. It would be cool, but I think they want I think John Cena is going to lose to Cody, and then he's going to go back to being a babyface. That's just what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to lose the title to Cody at SummerSlam. I don't see him having the title the whole farewell tour. And I think they got to get Cena back to being a babyface, because the heel turn is not working. It's cool that he's doing couple certain things as a heel, but it's just not working. So I think he's going to be a heel over the summer, and then at SummerSlam, loses the title, goes back to being a babyface. Then you have, I think 4 pay-per-views you got. I think you have one like each month, which this SummerSlam's in August, so you get September, October, November, and his last match is in December. So you can get, I think it's 3 to 4 pay-per-views, like premium live events, and then plus the Saturday Night's Main Event, or 1 or 2 of those. So I think you can get a couple more babyface things and a couple of heel things. Like, I just don't see John Cena being a heel the whole run, retiring as a heel, and also he's not going to obviously retire with the championship. There's nobody else, in my opinion, that should beat him for the title. The only other person is Randy Orton, in my opinion. If Randy Orton beat him, that'd be awesome. But I think it's the obvious choice. I think their idea for this heel run was to elevate Cody and have him defeat John Cena and get the passing of the torch. But honestly, WWE, in my opinion, has gone to shit recently. I'm like, they released R-Truth. How dare they release R-Truth? And they released Carlito. Like, how dare you release my boy R-Truth and Carlito, bro? But back to the tag match, and I've been kind of going on a rant. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso are going to win this. John Cena's been winning pretty much everything. So he's been winning the single stuff. He's going to try cheating. I think they're going to win the tag match. But honestly, I don't even know anymore. John Cena and Logan Paul might win this, but I think Cody and Jey Uso are going to win this match. I think they're going to win it. And I think then Logan Paul and John Cena are going to beat up Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes afterwards. Maybe with the help of somebody else. I know I've seen some people say, oh, The Rock's coming up. Okay, so if they bring back The Rock, this is the time they're going to do it, because they're in LA. The Rock's all Hollywood and everything. It makes sense, because last time they were in this arena, it was for the Monday Night Raw premiere for Netflix. So if The Rock does show up ever again in WWE, which we do not need him, Rock, stay away, in my opinion, it's going to be at Money in the Bank. So maybe that'll happen. I doubt it. But I think Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso win, and then they end up beating him up, and maybe we get a cash-in by Seth Rollins or something. I don't know. But I'm hoping Cody and Jey Uso win. I'm going to go with them for this match. I think Cody and Jey Uso win this. But I'm really hoping this pay-per-view does good, because recently WWE's been really hard to watch. It's been a little brutal to watch, because it's been pretty ass, in my opinion. Like, not just trying to rip on it or anything, but I mean, like, Monday Night Raw it's a struggle to watch almost 3 hours of Monday Night Raw, because it's been very boring. The only thing for me that's entertaining right now is the Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson, Paul Heyman storyline. And over on SmackDown, Cody is my favorite wrestler, so I usually always pay attention to him. The John Cena stuff, I love John Cena. One of the greatest of all time, one of my favorites. The one that got me into wrestling, like this farewell tour, I've been so excited for it, and they've been butchering it. So hopefully they can turn it around, because it sucks to see it, them struggle with like making this entertaining. But hopefully this Money in the Bank pay-per-view does good and turns around the bad, negative vibes for WWE right now. But this is JW. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Can't wait for Money in the Bank and the setup review of Money in the Bank coming out on Sunday.